We are still here at Chapter 3 in Black Myth Wukong, and that means, of course, we got way more enemies than we ever thought possible, and, of course, new bosses. Luckily, we here at Direct Gaming have the perfect guide for you on how to take down the boss Kang-Jin Star, aka the second Thunder Dragon. This guide, as always, is going to be broken down into 3 parts. Personal setup and skills I unlocked for the fight, tips on how to avoid the boss's attacks and how to counter them, and finally a full run of the boss fight sped up a tad to show you how to use everything you learned in real time. Okay, let's get started. This boss is found right after Captain Y's voice, so not much has really changed. Make sure, of course, to always be grabbing your evil repelling medicine, shock quelling powder, tiger subduing pellets, and of course longevity or anything else you might need, as these things can help by reducing damage, increasing damage, relieving you of shock, and much more. In fact, I highly recommend you get used to using more medicine as you go through the game, as it not only helps you deal more damage, obviously, but also get to health checkpoints faster where the boss can do certain moves, and thus you can actually counter and prepare for those things earlier in advance. Otherwise, since it hasn't been much time since the previous one, anything you basically have is going to work here. This is more between a boss and a mini-boss, so it's not terribly hard, but there are some things you need to look out for. With all our prep done though, it's time to take on this mystical dragon. Now, when it comes to the boss fight itself, Miss Star here is mostly in her human form, but will transform into her dragon form sometimes. So it's not as chaotic as the first Thunder Dragon we thought back at the beginning of Chapter 3. However, some of her moves can hurt since all of her attacks are lightning based, which means you can still get shocked, meaning that you'll take more damage if you're in a shocked state. As always though, if you have any tips for yourself, make sure you put them down in the comments below. Now, when you get to the top of the snow mound here where the boss is standing talking to someone, get ready to dodge right away. This boss has a lot of fast moves, so you gotta get ready. The main one you're going to see here are lightning needles that will spin around the boss's head and then shoot at you one at a time. They don't do much in terms of damage, but they do apply shock to you if you get hit too much. Notice the bar on the right side of the screen that might pop up with a kanji? Yeah, that is the kanji for lightning, and if it fills up all the way, then your character will get the shock icon at the bottom underneath the health bar. Obviously, since lightning is the main element for this boss, she's going to be throwing single blasts of lightning at you, getting up close and personal with punches and other types of basic moves. So obviously, keep your wits about you. When the boss flies into the air like here on screen, this is one of the times she'll transform into her dragon form. Here she will start not only striking the field with lightning, but at those exact same spots, these large pillars will actually hit the ground, meaning extra damage can be done to you, especially if you are shocked. Luckily though, they are pretty to outrun, so you don't even need to dodge, just simply run around, then let go, and make sure your stamina recharges so that you're ready to counterattack. As soon as the attack finishes, run up to the boss and try to get a free combo as fast as you can, since the previous move that just finished actually makes the boss pretty tired. However, as always, if you can't commit to a full combo, stop it, back up, and get ready to dodge one of the incoming attacks. Now, this one right here is a big one. When the boss waves her hands and then this sort of pose-like on screen right here, you need to run away. A gigantic electrical bubble will appear around her and expand. If you're stuck in that bubble, you will get hit constantly, and there's actually a high chance you could die because it's not only shocking you, but dealing a lot of damage to you. The move will finish then with a giant ring of electricity shooting out from all directions, but this part is actually pretty easy to avoid because luckily you can avoid it by simply going down the hill a bit and just waiting for it to fly over your head. One of the other times she might transform into her dragon form is when she jumps away from you, but she doesn't go high up in the air like she did beforehand. If this happens though, you need to be ready to dodge her tail attacks, or what I like to do is use your own transformation. At this particular part in the game, Azur's Dust is still my favorite transformation because I can literally tank everything. Luckily, she does not stay in her dragon form for very long, but she will not become tired after using this particular attack, so don't go rushing in with any combos or anything like that. This could be a moment though where you do use Immobilize and get a full combo on her, but of course, as always, make sure you're careful and don't commit to said full combo unless you're absolutely able to, because some of her normal moves will actually enter into this particular animation that you're seeing on screen, and this will do some good damage to you and of course, shock you, which is never fun. Final move to watch out for in this first half of the fight is when the boss will fly into the air but not transform. Instead, she'll start throwing all these projectiles at you, around 6 or so. So you need to get ready to dodge these in sets of 2. Again, they don't hurt too much unless you're already shocked, but you do have some medicine that you hopefully brought with you, and you should be able to counter that, no problem. From here, she'll actually undergo a semi-transformation. Her hair simply becomes white, but her attacks are going to be more powerful as you might expect. Luckily, most of her moves will stay the same, however, they're more combined with each other now, so you might see something like a Thunder Strike on the ground followed by some projectile attacks. Luckily, things like fully charged Pillar Stance though are still going to be great here, or basically any kind of charge attack. I still recommend Pillar personally because you can get out of the way and then smack her onto the ground, thus kind of stunning her, and you can run up and get some combos on her. An actual new move you do need to watch out for this second half is this kind of horizontal lightning shower type move where tons of small projectiles will be shot out from her hands and fly towards you. I found the easiest way to dodge this is to simply run to one of the sides and then try to go back towards her to get behind her so that nothing will hit you. Just watch out though for the big final strike as she'll actually fly away and throw this big thing at you, and you need to get ready for this one. Otherwise, that is basically everything I can personally think of when it comes to this particular boss fight. Using moves again like Pillar Stance, since you can avoid the damage, and if you just happen to have it charged up to 3 focus points, it's not only going to do more damage, but you can hit her from a further distance and again, knock her down. Now, here's a full run of the boss fight sped up a tad to show you how to take Kang-Jin Star down. As always, learn the attacks and patterns of the boss to make it easier. It's okay if it takes a couple of tries. If you enjoyed the guides, then the like on the video shows us that you enjoy this type of content, and don't forget to check out our other Black Myth Wukong guides, content, along with our other videos in the top right corner and pinned comments. Thanks for watching the video. I've been Talon with Direct Gaming. I hope you have a great day and week, and I hope to see you all in the next video or live stream. Until next time, everyone, Johnny.
You want to say Master asked to keep you to your true self. Time is for that's what makes one tremble with delight. Now that my persuasion failed, you'll go back to the pagoda and be remade. The clouds and shiver with thunder. Seals!